Jan and I are here in beautiful Orlando, Florida. But we're not here to go to Disneyland, and we're not here to go to Universal Studios.
We're going on a transatlantic cruise, 14 days, with a stop in the Azores, Cartagena, Malaga, and Palma de Mallorca, and ending up in Barcelona.
What are we doing after that?
Then we're going deep sea fishing in Barcelona. We're going to take the high-speed train to Madrid. We're going to tool around there for a while, then fly to Portugal, stay there for a bit, then fly to Lisbon, and then unfortunately come home.
So come with us, have some fun.
This is our ocean view room. We've got a couch. We're not sure how we're going to like the head of the bed up against the window, but we will see. We've got 14 nights to figure it out. A TV. Looks to be ample storage. That's something that's really cute. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? And seems to be an ample sized bathroom. So that is our mini stateroom tour.
It's time to go eat. And we had a real surprise, and parked right next to our boat was the Blue Horizon and the SpaceX recovery vehicles. Apparently just yesterday they launched and deployed some Starlink satellites, and you can see here 3 of the boosters that were recovered, and they're waiting to be refurbished. We counted 5 different cruise ships of different makes, all waiting to leave at the same time. It was really spectacular. Well, day 1, we're getting ready to embark on our trip. We're supposed to leave in about 5 minutes, and we're watching a Carnival cruise line go out. They're very loud. They keep yelling at us. We walked around the ship, got acclimated. We went to the ship library, got a book, and we're trying hard to relax. Once we're on the ship, I think we're going to do it. Now, this is a smaller ship than we're used to. The last ship that we've been on with Royal Caribbean had 6,000 people on it. This one has about half that many. It feels a little smaller, but you know, it's still pretty like a large ship. After dinner, we went to the Welcome Aboard show and saw comedian Sam Fedeli. Time to get some sleep and get ready for day 2. Day 2 begins, and we had a nice sleep, well, sorta. And we started our day at the Windjammer with more eating. Okay, it's just a little bit windy out here. I think the wind's at 25 miles an hour. And we're on the jogging track with all the other people who are walking, not jogging. The bingo was fun. We won a card for the next time we played, but we didn't win any money. Dinner was at Giovanni's Table, the Italian restaurant there, and we overstuffed ourselves, of course. After dinner, we went on to another show. The show was really good. It was the Las Vegas Tenors. We had a really great time, and of course, we were really exhausted, so we fell into bed. What do you suppose is going to happen on day 3? Almost halfway to our first port, and guess what? It's time to eat.
John and Jan's Guide to Cruising.
We ate 2.5 hours ago, and now we're getting ready to go again.
Update to our room. We keep finding storage. There's so much storage in this room. Look here. I bet there's one on this side. I'm not even using it. And then we found in the bathroom there's this whole cabinet here. And I still love these tiles.
Okay, so here we are, day 4, and we are currently on the promenade deck where they would love to sell you just about anything that's expensive. And what did we do today?
And we've just finished our post-breakfast pre-lunch snack. So we've learned that one thing that you can do, the main thing to do on this cruise is eat.
Yeah, eat and eat and eat.
And sit.
And sit. So yesterday we sat in the hot tub, and then we sat in the sun, and then we sat in the shade, and we sat in the lounge.
And we sat in the sun.
And sat in the sun again. Well, we got to see a nice show. Yesterday was a good day. We're kind of tired today. It's day 4. We're starting to run low on gas here because we've been working so hard at having fun.
And another time change we had last night.
Another time change. They go forward an hour. They're getting us used to the fact we're going to be 6 hours ahead when we get to Barcelona. We played cartoon trivia. We did not win. Well, that's it for today. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Okay, here we go. We're hurtling into day 5. Last night, here's what I've learned about transatlantic cruises. different than the other cruises that you go on. The Transatlantic cruise, you don't get off the boat. So we're day 5, we haven't gotten off the boat, and we've seen every show. Last night we saw a show that I would never go to except on a cruise, and that was a juggling show. What was the name of the people?
The Passing Zone.
The Passing Zone. 2 guys, apparently famous, at least they told us they were, and they were actually really good. But would you ever go to a juggling show? Anyway, that's what we did. We got in bed early last night, and we just argued about how long we slept. But I think we slept a long time.
We didn't sleep long enough.
So, at any rate, today I have no idea what we're going to do, but it's gotten a little bit cooler. It's 66 degrees, and so I don't think we're going to be going in the pool. Yeah. What else? What else is happening?
Well, there's a destination talk, but they do try to sell their excursions, so I don't know if we're going to go to that.
Yeah. At any rate, let's see what happens today.
We love our view from our room. We didn't know how we'd like being on deck 2, but we absolutely love it being here close to the water. It reminds us of our Viking River cruise. Isn't it beautiful? The seas are a little higher today, and they're supposed to be a little higher tomorrow, but we really don't feel it. It's just a gentle rolling wave.
Hey Jan,
What?
it's time to eat. Well, it's starting to get a little bit rough out here, but it's not too hard to take. We tried a little shuffleboard. Jan won, I lost. So the entertainment for this evening was an ice skating show. It was pretty good.
We ended our evening watching the movie Conclave. It was a really good movie, and we stayed up till 11:30, 12:30 if you count the time change.
How are you doing today?
And here we are getting ready to go eat again. Okay, today is 6. As you can hear, it's quite windy today, and the seas are like at 11 feet. So we are
Rocking and rolling.
rocking and rolling. We're trying to go for a walk out on deck 4, which goes pretty much around the whole boat. So the controversy today was, what day is it?
We got kind of in an argument about what day it was because my notifications kept telling me that they're arriving tomorrow. So John is like, look on your phone, it's the 7th, it's Wednesday the 7th, because my phone says Wednesday the 7th. And I believe technology can fail you. So we had to go to the elevator to find out what day it was.
So what we decided happened was we have to change an hour last night, hour forward, since we're moving towards Spain, which is 6 hours ahead of home. So they kind of artificially moved us forward. Last night they moved us forward an hour. We did it at 12:30. So it was 12:30 a.m. We didn't change the date. So it said it was the 7th.
Yeah, we started out, it was 11:30, and we changed it, our time, to 12:30, but we didn't change the date.
So this is all information you certainly can't live without. Another thing we learned is that a lot of people use this cruise instead of an airline ticket to get across to Europe. And that's because it's actually cheaper to go on the boat than it would be for 2 business class seats. So I think it's a great idea if you're going on business class.
Yeah, there's so many people that are going on another cruise, a back-to-back cruise, and they get to Barcelona. And the Barcelona cruise was their actual destination. This is just how they got there.
Yeah, we weren't smart enough to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on to day 6, see what happens with us today. So here we are getting ready to eat again.
Bread.
Once again. This time Italian food.
The show this evening was a dance competition called Dancing with the Stripes.
Let's see you, here we go. Something to this.
For today. Tomorrow marks our first week on the water. We'll see what happens tomorrow. As you can see, we're almost 2/3 of the way to Europe. So I just saw our first seabird. That means we're getting close to land, which is exciting because tomorrow is our first excursion.
In the Azores.
At
Ponta Delgada.
yes, thank you. That's where we're going. Well, we've made it to Ponta Delgada, and although the picture looks like it, it's really not raining. The weather is beautiful.
Good morning from the Azores.
We're just getting off the boat at Ponta Delgada. These are the 16th century gates to the city in Ponta Delgada. We just happened upon this guy setting up with his horse-drawn carriage, and so we were his first customer of the day. And to me, I think that was the most fun I had on the island. How about you?
I think I like the crater, upcoming soon. fun fact about the Azores, they have more cows than they do people on the island. Also, there are 9 islands, and we are planning a tour sometime in the future to visit all 9 of them. We enjoyed the Azores so much.
What amazed me is this city was founded before Columbus discovered America. This is the courthouse.
We really enjoyed the cobblestone streets and sidewalks.
The big tree, 150 years old.
The big one.
150.
150-year-old tree.
It's a Santo Cristo church. It's very, very important. I learned the Santo Cristo church.
What are they doing here? It's like a refurbishing or something, and they're laid out.
It's a big church.
Well, we just had our own self-walking tour on the island. There you go. Oh. And now we're heading back to the boat so we can, guess what? Eat again.
Yep, we're gonna go eat.
Leaving for our tour of Sete Cidades.
This is a crater that we're looking down upon. It turns out that volcanoes leave empty spots when they erupt, and then they collapse and form craters. And so that's what we're looking at now.
This is just one lake, but they're divided by a bridge. Normally one side is green and the other side is blue. In our case, it was cloudy today, so they were both green. This is where we're going. It's the village of Sete Cidades, which means 7 cities. There are certainly no cities here.
Okay guys, look, we went into this supermarket and they had these traditional Portuguese pastries. They keep telling us what they're called and we can't remember it. It's a name that's this long. But this lady came out of her house and just took these out of the oven. They're still hot.
Just a little wine and cheese tasting to end our excursion for the day.
We added a new magnet to our collection on the door.
And we ended our day playing a little blackjack in the casino. Single deck blackjack, made a few dollars. Well, this is day 10. Tomorrow we go to Malaga. Have nothing to tell about today except that we went down the water slide and I thought it was great.
And I got stuck.
She got stuck. She had to walk her way down.
I think it was my bathing suit.
Yeah. Anyway, we spent most of the day just resting and we're getting ready to go eat again. So that's day 10. Notice the bullfighting ring in the lower right corner of the picture. Malaga is Picasso's birthplace. This square that we're sitting in is a place that he used to play as a child. Notice the Arab architecture in this church. Very interesting. This is the church where Pablo Picasso was baptized. Later, he became an atheist and a communist. These are the ancient ruins of a Roman theater. Yachts docked right next to us. We Googled them to see how much they were worth and who owned them. The only one I can remember was it was the husband of Diane von Furstenberg. We do know that we didn't own them. Well, we're saying goodbye to Malaga, and we are going to Cartagena tomorrow. So we're excited about that, although it might rain tomorrow.
Yeah, we might get a little wet.
The weather here in Malaga was beautiful, and the city was just really something to see. Clean, Beautiful, beautiful architecture. Everything about it we loved. So maybe Cartagena will do the same. Well, the first order of the day is we got on our tour bus to go tour a castle. What they didn't tell us was that we were only going to drive about 2 blocks on the bus, and then we had to hike up this giant hill to get to the castle. Well, I've seen people do this on YouTube where they do the circle. So Jan and I are going to do it. Ready? Here we go.
Which way are we circling?
Well, which way do you want to go?
Let's go my way.
Okay, which way is that way? Okay, to the right. Here we go. Oh, wait. Oh! Oh, aren't we cute? The place was really pretty, and there were peacocks everywhere. They were having a Leonardo da Vinci exhibition inside the castle. We got to see some Roman ruins also. We enjoyed our day on Cartagena, and tomorrow is Palma de Mallorca. Okay, we're here on our last day on our cruise. Tomorrow we get off in Barcelona. So we're
going adventuring.
Going adventuring. We have no excursions planned today. We're just going to go see what we want to see. So Dad is complaining because I'm making her take her little backpack.
I know, right?
So, boo-hoo, it's our last day on the cruise, but yay, we have 9 more days in Spain. So tomorrow we get in Barcelona, and then from there we're going to go to Madrid, on to Portugal, and then Lisbon. Mallorca is another island in the Mediterranean, and Palma is the city that we're visiting. It's another really beautiful city. Well, we enjoyed the horse ride on Ponta Delgada so much, we're going to do it again. We visited the Patrimonio Nacional, which is the Royal Palace. The palace is still used for official functions. Built over an existing Muslim facility in 1281, it was rebuilt in 1309. This area is known as the Arab Baths. This is the central reception hall, which has a unique feature of 3 fireplaces. Next to the palace was the cathedral, which we did not visit.
You can see the weather is beautiful. We did not get any rain. We spent most of the morning and good part of the afternoon in Palma de Mallorca. We're just getting ready to head back to the ship where unfortunately we have to pack to get off tomorrow.
Our last meal was at Giovanni's Table, the Italian restaurant on board the ship. added 4 more magnets to our door, but sadly we had to say goodbye to Voyager of the Seas and move on to our trip through Spain and Portugal. Here we are in our taxi on the way to our hotel in Barcelona. We just checked into our hotel in Barcelona, and here's the view we have.
Here's our hotel in Barcelona. We've got storage here. We have robes and slippers. This is a really nice hotel. We have a shower. And that's the water closet. Try not to go so fast. I was worried that the bed would be too small because they call it a double. But look at that, big old king, maybe even bigger than a king. This is amazing. And then there's John's coffee station for in the morning. And there's the mini bar. But this is what makes it worth the price of admission. This is our private balcony. If you look.
And here we have the Cathedral of Barcelona.
Across the street, we're going to tour that later. Look how big this balcony is. Watch this. Okay, John did it. Oh, look. They kept telling us this was a really nice room. And now we believe them. This place is great.
For lunch, we had a Spanish tortilla and cod croquettes. No, this is not bologna, fried bologna. This is fish tacos on a tortilla. Jan had a Caesar salad in an edible bread bowl. Then we took yummy pastries home for dessert, and this is how they wrapped it for takeout. Well, it's 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning, and we're walking the streets of Barcelona, getting ready to hop on the hop-on, hop-off bus. And today we're going to go see the sights and have a lot of fun. So far, we really enjoyed Barcelona. It is a bustling city. The section we're staying in is the old quarter, so some of the streets are very narrow, and we really enjoyed being here. There's a lot of people in Barcelona.
Yeah.
I think about half of the world's population must be here. Thank you, Lucera.
If you know, you know.
This monument is to Christopher Columbus, who returned from his trip to America to Barcelona. We decided to take the cable car up to Mount Jacques, and I'm sure I just mispronounced that. The view is just spectacular. At the top, we visited Montjuic Castle. I call it a castle, Jan calls it a fort. Actually, it's both. Here we are at the top of the castle, overlooking the very busy port of Barcelona. And where the cruise ships are now, that's where we came in yesterday. Look at all the cargo ships out there waiting to come in and be unloaded or unloaded. Bachelorette party. We saw multiple bachelorette parties as we went. crepes from a sidewalk stand right by the harbor. This is Sagrada Familia. We tried to visit, but it was so crowded we just decided to skip it. Maybe next time. Sagrada Familia, it's a must-see. Do it early, have a ticket in advance. We were there was at least, how many people you think?
Probably 10,000, no joke, no exaggeration.
Yeah, we got off the bus, got back on the bus. Beautiful thing though. We had tapas for dinner and then we attended a flamenco show. We had front row seats for this performance. However, they only let us video for the last couple of minutes. It went on for about an hour and it included sangria.
We both agree that this was one of our favorite experiences we had while we were in Barcelona. Well, that's it from Barcelona. We leave this morning on a high-speed train going to Madrid. So we were only here for 2 days in Barcelona, and it really was much too short. I wished I'd taken 2 or 3 more days. The city is really beautiful, it's vibrant. If you're looking for solitude and quiet places, this is not the place to go. But if you're looking for diversity and fun and all kinds of things to do, this is a wonderful place. We didn't get time to go down to the beaches, but we drove by them on the bus, and they looked like it would be a really fun place to go and hang out for the day. There's so much to do and see here, so I'd highly recommend coming to Barcelona. Well, that's it from Barcelona. We leave this morning on a high-speed train going to Madrid. So we were only here for 2 days in Barcelona, and it really was much too short. I wished I'd taken 2 or 3 more days. The city is really beautiful, it's vibrant. If you're looking for solitude and quiet places, this is not the place to go. But if you're looking for diversity and fun and all kinds of things to do, this is a wonderful place. We didn't get time to go down to the beaches, but we drove by them on the bus, and they looked like it would be a really fun place to go and hang out for the day. There's so much to do and see here, so I'd highly recommend coming to Barcelona. So it looks like we got to the train station about 2 hours early, and fortunately our ticket allows us to go use the lounge, and it's a very nice lounge. However, we're the only ones here, so apparently that's not a thing. They clocked our train at almost 200 miles an hour. We made it to our hotel, which had a sense of humor. Well, welcome to Madrid. This place is just as busy as Barcelona was. Our hotel is right on the main street here, and we're getting ready to go explore. We have this nice tiny little balcony, and the room is quite nice. I'll let Jan show you.
Room at the Petit Palace. Got a bathroom, the shower here looks just as awesome as the one in Barcelona. They've got really cute towels that tell you that it's a towel, and they've got really cute coasters that tell you it's a coaster. The bed is a true double. And then I think John showed you our balcony.
This is Plaza Mayor. We had dinner in a little tavern right off of Plaza Mayor.
Shoot it.
I don't want to. I'll zip it. It's good.
Anise.
Anise.
We got back to our room, and then this happened. We don't know what the procession was for. We asked at the desk and they didn't know either. Maybe you know. Another mystery for us, in the morning they swept up after the procession from the day before, and we found these shoes, only there was only one shoe per pair. So what happened to the other shoe? It's a big mystery. In the next video you'll see our trip to Toledo. Here we are in Madrid, and we're walking to our tour today. And we're going to the town of Toledo.
Take a right onto the path. Then in 70 feet, take a left on Calle de Ferraz.
Getting directions on Apple Maps. So this pickup.
Take a left on Calle de Ferraz. Then in a quarter mile, the destination is on your left.
And there it is.
According to our tour guide, Toledo was once the capital of Spain. As often happens on these tours, they took us to a store where they were selling actually very nice jewelry. It's not something we were interested in, though. Jan found a way to hold back the salespeople.
So today we are in Toledo, and this town dates back to, there you go, 800 AD. And at one time, this was the capital of Spain, according to the tour guide. They moved, the king moved the capital of Spain to Madrid.
We toured the very beautiful cathedral. The artistry is truly amazing. We really enjoyed wandering the streets of this medieval city. Town Square, we were entertained by children trying to get buses to honk their horns. They had a street named after their sister city in Toledo, Ohio. The town is very hilly, and we were really grateful that they had built escalators to take us down back to where our buses met. We arrived at Porto Airport and got a taxi to our hotel.
Well, we made it to Porto, and we're having lunch here out on the deck. There's Jan. And we're having yet another beer. And here's our view. This is a very cool place.
The name of the place was The Good Burger, and they branded their hamburger buns. This is not a statue, this is a live person. We booked a sunset sailing cruise on the Douro River at the mouth of the Atlantic. This is a view of where our hotel is. It's right behind that bridge next to this ancient monastery. We're on our river cruise, and we're waiting for sunset.
And we're drinking port wine.
As we went back to our hotel, we saw this flash mob enjoying a busker performance. And that's it for our first day in Porto. Good morning to day 2 of Porto. The breakfast buffet in this hotel is really good. Well, good morning. We're here in Porto first thing in the morning, and we're getting ready to go see the cathedral.
It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day. We have been so blessed with the weather. We haven't missed a day that wasn't beautiful. One of the guys here told us that it rained all last week. So here we are, we're walking across the bridge, and this is what also goes across the bridge. Right next to you. This is the view from the top of the cathedral of Douro River and Porto. There's the monastery above our hotel. This is the start of the Portuguese way on the Camino de Santiago, starting from Porto. Sure wish I was going. Next to the cathedral is the Bishop's Palace, which we toured.
Porto. As you can see, it's really small. Got a good view though. And then the shower situation is great. We took showers this morning. It's awesome. This was probably one of the most expensive rooms that we had. And the bed is great, but the room is very small.
And here we are yet again crossing another bridge. We're about to tour the Church of St. Francis. There were no pictures allowed inside the main church, but they do let you tour through the catacombs, which is really creepy and really interesting. There is a spot here where you can look down through the floor and see the bones of the people buried in the catacombs. Once we were done there, we walked back over to Gaia and had a flight of the famous port wine. After finishing that generous flight of port wine, we decided to take the gondola back up to the top of the hill where our hotel was. So we've been on vacation for so long, putting on a pair of jeans is dressing up for dinner. Our dinner was a 5-star dinner. It started with mushroom quiche, and I had wild boar with oxtail pie.
And I had sea bass, and for dessert we had winter apple with caramel.
We finished the evening with this magnificent view. unfortunately, that's it for Porto. We're leaving now for Lisbon. We were only here for about a day and a half, and it was really not enough time. Which has been kind of the theme here in Spain and Portugal. I didn't plan enough time, but I would like to stay here in Porto for at least another 3 or 4 days. It's my second time in Porto, and as I said, it's my second time in Porto, and I think this is one of my favorite places to go. I certainly would like to come back. Anyway, we're thinking about doing one of the cruises up the Douro River. So if we do that, we'll certainly share that. All right, we'll see you in Lisbon. Well, we've made it to Lisbon. Here we are. We're out on the, what I believe is the river, but it's at the mouth of the Atlantic Ocean. This is our home, the Turin Hotel, for the next couple of days. We're staying in the Alfama district, which is the older part of town. The city of Lisbon was destroyed in a major earthquake and tsunami in 1755, so most of this area is dated after that time. At the hotel, we asked for recommendations of a place to eat, and we ate at this cute little restaurant. Jen and I both had Portuguese steak, which was served in this sauce, and of course it also had French fries. On the menu, they had listed the worst chocolate cake in Lisbon, so I had to try it. Oh my goodness, what have I got myself into? They lied, the chocolate cake was just great. Jan had this baked custard dessert, which to me looked a lot like flan. Well, we're in Lisbon this morning. We're getting ready to go on our 3-hour tuk-tuk tour. And just had breakfast. And it looks like it's morning traffic here. There's lots of cars.
But the weather is beautiful.
We've absolutely been perfect weather the whole time. My brother says I don't smile enough, so.
Like a lot of good things to do with, like bakery, good festivals. Also a few ones. It's so beautiful, one small one. So nice. Has a lot of good stops around.
Our tuk-tuk guide's name was Roberto, and he was from Brazil. And we just had a great time with him. We ended up spending probably closer to 4 hours. Roberto told us that these remains were the only thing that was left after the 1755 earthquake. Lisbon is very hilly, so this elevator becomes very popular. Roberto took us on a whirlwind tour of Lisbon, and we got to see every district of the city. This is the presidential palace, basically their White House. Notice the guards at the front. This is Vasco da Gama's palace. He is famous for opening up a trade route to India. This cafe is known for making the finest pastéis de nata. This pastry is famous in Portugal, and Jen and I are really going to love it. It's really hard to show on video, but this place was massive. There were hundreds of people there and people standing in line from very early in the morning. This is the April 25th bridge, which is commemorated for the revolution that brought democracy to Portugal. We were in Lisbon during the football finals, so there were sports fans everywhere. We took a short tour through the Church of St. Anthony, the patron saint of Lisbon. we continued our tuk-tuk tour and saw some more really incredible views. This is the highest point in Lisbon where you get some just incredible views of the city and the river. In Portugal, June is the month of the popular Saints festivals. It goes on all month. We missed it by about a week, and you can see where they're doing the decorations for the upcoming festivals, where the whole city decorates, and it's just one giant party. That evening, we had dinner at an amazing fado music restaurant. And listen to what we were treated to.
O sabor dado às cantigas com a Matilde cantadeira.
Saturday morning, and sadly it's our last day. And right now we're going into the Saturday flea market up near the St. Vincent Monastery. And they also call this the Thieves Market because back in the day, this is where the thieves would bring their things that they had stolen and come to sell them. But of course today that's not happening. Anyway, let's see what we can find. This street artist named Joao really impressed me, and I bought this beautiful sketch that he made. Next, we visited the monastery of São Vicente de Foro, which was founded in 1147 by the first king of Portugal. It was dedicated to the martyr St. Vincent and built outside of the city walls. It was fascinating to see all the entombments in the monastery grounds. In this part of the monastery are the remains of the last king of Portugal and his son. He's watched over by the statue of a grieving woman. Jan tried to convince me that the statue was really one of those street artists dressed up like a statue, and she made me go touch it to make sure it was stone. They say that there are over 100,000 tiles in this monastery. They're all just beautiful. We finished off the day with a traditional meal in this quaint little cafe. Well, that about wraps it up for this trip. We have to catch a 5 a.m. flight, so which means we have to get up at 1 in the morning. So goodbye, Lisbon. We really enjoyed it here, and we'll see you on the next trip.